Now, one of the biggest fears people have when they're trying to lose weight is this. Does this mean I can't go out to eat anymore? Because let's be honest, most weight loss plans make restaurants feel like the enemy. They tell you, you need to eat perfectly at home and avoid restaurants and save those for your cheat days. And that is exactly why so many people lose weight and then gain it all back when they go back to their real life, which means going out to dinner. Weight loss is not just about losing the weight. It's actually about being able to live your life while you're doing it. Because think about it. If a way of eating only works when you're isolated at home, measuring everything and tracking everything and avoiding real life, well, it's not really built to last for the long term. And thus, your weight loss results will not last. So, the reality is, restaurants are part of real life. They're part of social connection, and they're certainly part of Mediterranean cultures, which is where we get the Mediterranean diet from. So instead of avoiding restaurants entirely, I want to show you how I mentally build a weight loss plate at any restaurant using the same principles every single time. If we haven't met yet, I'm Dr. Anna. I'm a medical doctor, and I've helped thousands of adults lose weight and keep it off with healthy and sustainable methods like the Mediterranean diet. And I do this both in my clinical work and here online. So what we're going to do now is to break down this approach to restaurant menus. And I am not talking about ordering the diet option wherever you go. I'm talking instead about how I personally scan a menu and what I look for first. And real quick, this way of thinking about meals, especially if you're an adult over 50, is exactly what I teach step by step in my free Mediterranean weight loss webinar. And it's a method that you're not going to want to miss. You can register for the free webinar using the link below the screen in the description. Or if you're watching this from a TV, there's a QR code that you can scan right here on screen to get that link to register to pop right up on your phone. All right, let's dive right into the step-by-step method. So step number 1, when I open up a menu, the very first thing I look for is, where is my core protein in this meal going to come from? And I look, is it going to be fish, chicken, eggs, beans, lentils, even a steak, if that's what I'm in the mood for? I start from this place because protein is what helps a meal actually last, meaning actually makes you full. It keeps you feeling satisfied after your meal, and it is absolutely essential for charging up your metabolic engine, in other words, your fat-burning machine. Plus, it makes a meal really satisfying. Now, meals without enough protein, well, they tend to look fine at first, and they might even be low calorie, but that is not good if it's going to lead you to feel hungry pretty soon after your meal. So, step number 2, looking at a menu, I look for the correct cooking methods that are going to support weight loss. Now, once I've chosen my protein, I need to think about how it is cooked. This is not because I'm trying to be restrictive at all, but it's because the cooking method itself will completely change the calorie load and sometimes the nutrition dramatically without actually changing the foods themselves. So what I look for in a menu are keywords like baked, steamed, broiled, sometimes boiled, poached, or grilled. Now, grilling can be great, but be aware that sometimes it comes with heavy, thick oils or sauces. And so I just stay aware of this point, and I always ask the waiter or the waitress, like, hey, does this come with a sauce? And if so, can I have it on the side? And instead, what I tend to say for just special occasions are foods with keywords like fried, deep fried, or crispy battered. It's not because these are bad, it's just because they add a lot of calories without helping the meal keep me full longer from a healthy way. Plus, there's another thing you really have to know. Yes, we are talking about weight loss in this video, but I am a medical doctor, and I would be doing you a huge disservice if I didn't mention any potential dangers for your health when it comes to foods, especially restaurant foods. Now, what you have to understand is that deep fried items are often a source of what are called trans fats in our diet. When oil is reheated multiple times, it changes the molecular chemistry of it. The unfortunate thing is that these things called trans fats are actually very, very bad for our body, especially for our heart and our blood vessels. It's actually why they're officially banned by the FDA. So avoiding fried foods, and especially these deep fried items that are cooked in oil that has been reheated multiple times, well, automatically this is actually going to help you avoid common ways people eat trans fats, and thus can even lead to a decreased risk for heart disease, which is really important. People don't want to get heart disease. It's really scary. Nobody wants to increase their risk for a heart attack or a stroke. So be aware of that as well. Okay, let's get back to our steps. We're on step number 3. After I've scanned the menu and selected my item, I look in the description to try to understand, is there secretly something about this that is going to change the effect of this meal from being one that can support my health and my weight to one that can sabotage it? These are our creamy dressings. Yes, I know they're tasty, but ranch, blue cheese, thick barbecue sauces that are adding tons of added sugar, thick gravies, butter-heavy sauces, large portions of dips and spreads, even foods that are technically healthy, like guacamole, which is made from avocados, or some seafood dips that have lots of protein in there, they can add up really quickly from a calorie standpoint, and these are not really the calories that are helping us build up our health. So instead of removing them and then getting rid of all the nice flavor, instead, I try to find a way that there is still so much flavor, but from a healthy approach. Things like vinaigrette, olive oil, any vinegar, any squeeze of lemon or lime, herbs or spices, garlic or fresh salsa. These are all things that are going to make the meal super tasty and satisfying, but they often don't add many calories, if any, to the meal. Plus, the nice thing is that we're avoiding adding a lot of unhealthy fats and a lot of added sugar and a lot of added salt, which is all stuff that beyond the weight loss effects, some of you are dealing with high blood pressure, for example, and you have to pay attention to this stuff. Others of you have diabetes and you have to pay attention to this stuff. So we need to think about all the effects of our food on the rest of our health. Now, don't forget, I teach a lot of helpful approaches like this in my free Mediterranean weight loss webinar, because if you want a clear system that it's going to allow you to go to restaurants and keep living your life while you're trying to lose weight, you do not want to miss this webinar. Again, you can register at the link below this video in the description or the QR code right here on screen. All right, let's dive into step number 4. This is to make sure the meal that I want to eat from a restaurant includes some kind of fiber. Now, fiber, what is that? It's that bulky component of plant foods that helps keep us full. It feeds our healthy gut bacteria, and it's really essential for maintaining a healthy, steady blood sugar after we eat. Now, when I'm looking at a menu, I always ask myself, where is my fiber coming from? Is it going to be a salad before? Is it going to be a source of beans or lentils that's in my food? Is it going to be from whole grains? Is it going to be from a side of roasted or sauteed vegetables? Now, fiber is bulky, satisfying, and remember, it comes from our plant foods, which are things like vegetables or fruits or whole grains or beans. These are often naturally low in calories, which is, of course, going to support weight loss. Now, it's also one of the reasons that Mediterranean meals feel so filling without making you feel really heavy. Not to mention, this is so important for our overall health and our digestion. Like I mentioned, fiber feeds our gut bacteria, and our gut bacteria is in charge of a lot more stuff than just our digestive system. It has a role in our immune system. It has a role in our hormones and our nervous system. There's actually so much cool research and science about what the bacteria in our gut do. We're not going to talk about it right now, but just know that it affects all of your health. Now, let's put this all together for a second. We want to quickly recap before we move ahead. When I am ready to order and I'm looking at my restaurant menu, remember, I'm not asking myself, what is the lowest calorie thing here? Instead, I'm thinking, what's my protein? What's the cooking method? How is this dish flavored? Is there any thick, heavy, greasy sauce that I can either have taken off or just put on the side? And are there foods in this meal that are giving me a good amount of fiber? When all of these pieces are in place, the meal tends to hold me longer because it's actually supporting my body's needs. This is the key point for achieving weight loss long term. It's not just about losing the weight fast, but you want to keep it off. And these are key essential components of weight maintenance, meaning keeping your weight low. Now, when meals are built this way, you will notice hunger stays steadier, snacking naturally decreases, energy is more even. You're not really constantly thinking about food. One of the things I hear so often from folks that I work with is that the food noise went away, Dr. Anna. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, I know, because we're re-regulating your hormone signals to respond correctly to what you eat. Now, when you put all that together, that is overall how your total amount of calories can come down over time, and how you can do this without tracking, doing math, or using any extreme rules. It's also how restaurants have always been part of Mediterranean cultures, and people over there are not dealing with the same rates of obesity as we are, for example, in the USA. People do not stop living their lives just to address their health or try to lose weight. Instead, they're just eating healthful, balanced meals that support them for the long term, whether they're eating them at home or in a restaurant. And don't forget, if you want to learn how to make all of this really automatic for yourself, especially if you're over 50 and you want a sustainable way to lose weight and keep it off, and if you're dealing with a health condition, I teach all of this in my free Mediterranean weight loss webinar. Again, you can register for that free webinar with the link in the description below this video or the QR code over here on the screen. Okay, here's what I want you to do right now. If this video has helped you feel more confident about eating out and you're excited about it, I want you to share it with 3 people, especially people who have been avoiding restaurants because they're trying to lose weight and they think that the restaurants are the culprit or the reason that they can't. When you're ready, after you've done that, I want you to jump into my next video up here so you don't miss any other information you need to get to your goal weight while still living your best life. Jump into that video and I'll see you over there.